Aloha, this is Reverend Blayne Higa of the Kona Hongwanji Buddhist Temple. Thank you for joining me for this online service brought to you by the Hawaii State Ministers Association as we take a moment to hear the Dharma and to celebrate the working of wisdom and compassion in our lives. I invite you to light a candle and to offer incense either at your home altar or someplace near you. The soft glow of candlelight and the smell of incense helps to prepare our hearts and minds to receive the Dharma together. Light is a symbol of wisdom that illuminates our lives and dispels the darkness of greed, hatred, and ignorance. Flowers that adorn our altar represent the beautiful yet impermanent nature of life, and the offering of incense is an act of gratitude and a symbol of purification. We will begin with the Vandana and Ti-Sarana, an ancient chant in which we praise the Buddha and take refuge in the three treasures of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. In taking refuge together, we join with other Buddhists from around the world as disciples of Buddha. Please join me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Sutra is a Sanskrit word that means thread, and it is these words that connect us to the truth of life found in the Dharma. The Jusege, or verses reaffirming the vows, is a poetic summary of the basic intention of the 48 vows made by Amida Buddha to attain supreme enlightenment, to save all who are suffering, and to declare universal salvation through the name, Namo Amida Butsu. We chant these words of the Buddha from the larger Pure Land Sutra as a reminder of these great vows made to awaken all beings. Let's offer our voices in praise and in gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. The verses reaffirming the vows. I have made unrivaled vows and will reach the I fail in any way, may I not attain Buddhahood. Should I not provide to all for countless kalpas to come, aid in times of suffering, may I not attain Buddhahood. I will reach enlightenment, but unless my Buddha name resounds throughout the universe, may I not attain Buddhahood. I will practice the noble path, wisely, mindfully, free of greed. Seek to reach the supreme way, be a guide to one and all. May my power shine great light to illumine and dispel the darkness of the three poisons, and save all from suffering. With eyes of wisdom I'll remove the darkness of ignorance. I will close all evil paths, open gates of highest good. When I attain Buddhahood, light will shine throughout all lands, light brighter than sun and moon, outshining all heavenly lights, giving my virtues to all, not forsaking anyone. I will proclaim the Dharma like the roar of a great lion, bowing before all Buddhas, steadfastly gaining virtues, with wisdom fulfilling my vows. I shall be a guide to all, like the wisdom of my teacher. May my wisdom also shine all throughout the universe, and illumine one and all. If I shall fulfill these vows, may all lands tremble with joy. From the heavens wondrous flowers rain down upon all the lands. Naman Nabu, Naman Nabu, The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namanda, Bunamanda, 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 Namanda, Namanda. Thank you again for being here. I would like to begin by offering my gratitude to all the frontline and essential workers that have been risking their lives to help others. Your dedication and sacrifices are greatly appreciated, and I hope everyone will continue to stay home as much as possible, wear face masks in public, and practice proper hygiene and physical distancing. What we have learned over the past few months is that we will only get through this pandemic if we all work together. This is a time for us to live the truth of interdependence, recognizing that our thoughts, words, and actions affect not only our lives, but the lives of others. We may not be able to control the events that are happening, but we can choose to respond with kindness and compassion. Let's all live with aloha for each other. As the COVID-19 pandemic wears on, we need to acknowledge the personal and collective grief that we are all experiencing. The world that was is no more, and the life that we knew has changed. The underlying problems we have as a society have been magnified. I grieve for the over 80,000 lives lost so far. I grieve for lives that have been upended and plans that have been disrupted. I grieve that racism is increasing in our country. And I grieve that socioeconomic inequality has deepened. Grief is a natural part of the human condition. It is a reaction to the truth of impermanence, that all things in this world are subject to constant change. However, the Dharma teaches us that this immutable truth should not be feared because it is an opportunity for both personal and societal transformation. During a crisis, it's so easy to despair, but when we lean into our faith and entrust in the Buddha's light, we can awaken to the goodness of the human heart in every moment. We can see opportunities for growth and transformation, and we can cultivate a realistic hope for the future. In a verse from the hymns of the Pure Land Masters, Shinran Shonin shares how this life of awakening is made possible through the working of Amida Buddha. He says, "My eyes being hindered by blind passions, I cannot perceive the light that grasps me. Yet the great compassion, without tiring, illumines me always." Shinran believes that Amida's great love and compassion tirelessly protects us, and how being grasped, never to be abandoned, is a true blessing. This is the power of the Nembutsu, which enables us to face the challenges and uncertainties of life with greater awareness, courage, and compassion. Since this began, I've been reflecting a lot about how Amida's wisdom and compassion works in my life, and how understanding my grief has been a catalyst for spiritual growth. The following verse is a reflection on how my not being okay has been transformative and life-giving during this time of uncertainty. May it offer you some comfort and hope that it's okay to not be okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay I had to close the doors of the temple to protect my Sangha. I'm not okay I can't give a hug to someone grieving the loss of their loved one. I'm not okay some people are selfish and are endangering the welfare of others by not staying at home. I'm not okay that people are dying alone. I am made okay by realizing that temple is not just a building, but a community of people who care for one another. I am made okay by witnessing simple acts of human kindness. I am made okay by being part of the evolution of what it means to be a community. I am made okay when a temple member asks me how I'm doing. I am made okay by slowing down to realize what is most essential in life. I am made okay, awakening to the beauty that is always present. I am made okay by the sun rising and setting each day. I am made okay when I chant and offer a song of gratitude each morning. I am made okay by hearing the Buddha's voice of compassion in my solitude. I am made okay knowing that within the embrace of the sacred, within the embrace of Amida, we are never alone. Not being okay makes me appreciate my full humanness, illuminated by the Buddha's light. I am made okay knowing we can change our world if we try. Namo Amida Butsu. Please remember that the Nembutsu holds us in both joy and sorrow, and is a light for us in dark times and dark places. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Now let's recite the Shinshu pledge together. I take my refuge in the vow of the Buddha, reciting the name I will live through life with strength and serenity. I revere the light of the Buddha. I will put my effort in my work with self-reflection and gratitude. I follow the teachings of the Buddha. Discerning the right path, I will spread the true Dharma. I rejoice in the compassion of the Buddha. I will respect and help others and do my best for the welfare of humankind. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Now please join me in Gasho as we will conclude our service with the singing of the Nembutsu. Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. Thank you very much for listening. Please join us again next week for a service with Reverend Dr. Bert Sumikawa of Windward Buddhist Temple. May Amida's light of wisdom and compassion give you comfort and peace always. Mahalo.